My manager once told me, real estate is not for you. You should get a job in Zara.
What?
Yeah. The same manager saw me 3 years after and said, I'm proud of you, Barakat. And guess what? Now he's asking me to do a reference for him in a different developer, saying,
Wow.
oh, you used to work under me. What was your experience like?
Oh,
So
that's karma right there.
I couldn't say, oh man, you're a bad manager.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Ramos Real Estate Talk Show. And we are starting all the way from Dubai because, this is the new money and this is the future of real estate. And here we have, one of the most popular developers in Dubai. And we have a representative here with us who has been 4 years in real estate, who is very experienced and who understands the do's and don'ts of real estate. And right now, I'm here with Barakat. And before we start, I want you to subscribe to our channel because we'll be giving you the best and most reliable real estate advice anywhere in the world. So, Barakat, how are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming because, it was short notice, which is the Ramos type, right? But you decided to come. And for a short moment, I would like you to introduce yourself to us, please.
Okay, so my name is Barakat Adeyinka, and I am a relationship manager with Damak Properties Dubai. But to give you an idea, I have about 10 years experience in sales totally. I started from Nigeria in banking. I was like 5 years in banking. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, I was like, you know what? It's time to change industry. So I came over to Dubai and I started with real estate. So in total, I'm more than 5 years now in real estate as
My
well.
bad. I'm sorry about that.
No problem. Damak, I'm almost like 4 years, over 3 years. Next year, I'll be 4 years working with Damak. So
nice.
That is my real estate journey.
Awesome. We're going to know more about you anyways. So I want to ask, what's the experience like? Because most times for people who leave Nigeria, it's always the experience that will actually make you just decide to go to another country, right? And what was the experience you had that made you leave? And why Dubai? Why not London, Canada, or US? Because it's typically where Nigerians like to be.
True. I think in my own case, I will only speak for myself, although first, I don't like to feel like I am boxed. I feel like I'm ego. I like to fly anywhere, anyhow. Yeah. Working in a bank is a bit tensed. You cannot talk in this way. You cannot do this
which
way.
Bank was this?
Sterling Bank.
Sterling, okay.
And I was really good. I was very popular, though. And I'm still very popular. Some of my clients are still reaching out to me. I'm like, you know what? I'm no longer in Nigeria.
Quite popular here, actually. Especially for the African community.
I just thought about it, you know what? I'm tired of doing the same thing over and over. It's like a routine thing. Let me move over to Dubai. By the way, when I got to Dubai, I didn't really choose real estate. I was like, okay, maybe banking in Dubai will be different. And why did I choose Dubai? I had opportunities in the United States. I had opportunity even in the UK. But first off, UK is not really my place. I don't really know why. US was a place I could have explored. I wanted to go for my MBA, by the way. Out International Business School. And then they denied me visa. So the school said, Barakat, start from Dubai. Because the school has 7 campuses. So you could rotate to 3 campuses in 1 year. So I was like, let me start in Dubai and then rotate to the United States. I got to Dubai. I didn't even start. I just told the school I will postpone my admission. And since then, I still didn't go back. Every year, the school is running on me. I'm serious. Wow. At some point, we even agreed I should just do the online MBA. But then it's a bit, the nature of my job and the online MBA is a bit rigid for me. So I'm like, you know what? Probably later in the future, I will take some time and just go back to school or find something else, like a sort of another MBA. So coming into real estate, I think I applied. I got 4 different banking jobs, by the way. But one of them, I think 2 things that was very common with them is when you get to the final stage, they're like, oh, we really like you. You can do this, but something pops up. They're like, we don't think this place is for you. Not because of my color or anything. But one of them was so open to me, was like, why did you leave banking in Nigeria? I told him, I feel boxed up. Then he was like, don't you think you feel the same here? Dubai is a metropolitan city.
Yeah.
The same reason why you ran away from Nigeria. You'll be in Dubai and it's still going to be the same thing. Have you ever thought about real estate? I was like, no, I love interiors, but I don't know anything about real estate. Imagine you selling, come and open 2,000 account, 1 million account, and then someone is asking you to sell properties over 1 million. I felt it was a different challenge for me. So I told the guy no. The guy said, you know what, usually we don't give people time to think. You're supposed to resume the next day. How about you think about it for 24 hours and get back to us? I didn't think about anything 24 hours. I was like, I just called the guy and said, I will take the job. Because I really needed a job. So the guy said, sorry, we gave it to someone else. We don't think this is like the best place for you. Think about real estate. If you need my help, let me know. So I started like exploring what opportunity could be in real estate. Like then joining brokerages, and that's how the whole journey started.
That's awesome. And what has been your experience like since you started with Damak for the past, I think, 4 years now?
Ja, roller coaster. Anyway, life is a roller coaster.
Yeah.
And I think one of the best reasons why I like Damak is the fact that you are always upright and uptight. It's never a moment where your brain will be sleeping. Your brain has to keep working 24 hours. And at certain time, it's like you feel like a horse. You never stop running. Working in Damak, before I joined Damak, I worked in another real estate developer. And at some point, I resigned. I was
What developer was this?
Shoba.
Oh,
Why
did you leave Shoba?
I don't know. By the way, I was really closing for Shoba, being a broker. I was closing for Shoba.
Okay.
But then I joined Shoba, and it wasn't what I was expecting. I don't know. The feeling was different. To me, it was toxic.
Okay.
Now, see, real estate is already a tiring job. Imagine you adding a toxic relationship to that. It's like double toxicity. So I was like, I cannot cope with this. So the best thing was to resign. But around that time, as crazy as it is, Damak was already approaching me.
Oh.
And I declined.
Really?
Yeah.
So how did you get back in?
Don't worry.
No, you can share it, or people can learn from your experience.
There's something,
you know?
I think I had the manager in Damak then that used to say something. She said, Barakat is a tiger. If I want something, I will go for it. No matter how difficult it is. My end goal is I must get it. So Damak approached me like 2-3 times. I was like, I'm not interested. Then I left Shoba and I was really thinking, okay, what do I want? Actually, why I rejected Damak was the time they approached me, I felt I was still a work in progress. Going for the interview would have ended up like, it was like you have one chance. You either make it or you break it. So if I lose that opportunity, I can't get it back again. You're already in their record. Means you have to wait like 1 year to get it. So it's better you don't go for the interview.
Yeah.
Like, let them keep running after you. So when I was ready, I approached the lady again, and then she was like, oh, I'll forward you to HR. I was like, this lady doesn't know that I'm ready for business. I went to the head office myself.
Wow.
And I'm like, I want to see.
There, like.
I said, I want to see this lady. And the lady was like, oh, you could have waited for me. I said, now I'm here. You were running after me. I'm running after you.
I love that.
She was like, I'll call you. She didn't call. Then one guy, we were both in Shoba together, was there for interview. And was like, oh, someone approached me. Maybe I should give you the number of that person. I called the lady and I was like, I'm ready for Damak. The lady was like, okay, I'll put him for this. And as crazy as it was, Damak process is always like 3 months for you to join Damak. My whole interview, my whole process ended in 40 days.
Wow.
Like,
how did you get that done?
I don't know.
Your magic, huh?
I used my magic, I said, but I think they saw the value or the potential I could offer. Because see, joining Damak is not something really easy, I will tell you. Being an African also, they need you to be not strong, be the strongest. Not just you being able to like relate with people of your own nationality or color or your ethnicity. They need you to be able to relate with everybody. So it's like they hire 1% of the 1%, the best of the best. So probably that was why my whole interview process went so fast. And I was constantly on their head. I wanted to join. And I did. So since then, it has been really interesting. And I really wanted Damak. Even at that time, I had another interview, another job from Azizi, but I didn't choose Azizi. Because I felt Azizi was similar experience, like experience
Shoba.
would be the same as Shoba. And I wanted stability. I wanted a place I could grow. I wanted a place where my career could, really triumph. And I was really going to be expressive without feeling rejected. Because what my major issue in Shoba was, you will be expressive, but they don't like that about you.
Okay.
So they don't care. See, imagine coming up with this much potential, and I got to that market. It was like an ocean. It was like you're pouring a
Okay, you know what? Let me. What is that thing, or what are the experiences that make a developer, seem toxic, like a workplace, in Dubai seem toxic? What are those experiences?
See, I think it's about the people.
Okay.
See, I like to judge people not from outside, inside, the people there.
Okay.
See, the way the people
So it's
there,
not management, right?
It's not
it's the colleagues.
It's the colleagues.
Oh, okay.
See, the way the colleagues relate with you, you either know whether it's going to be a great place to work or
So
a place
what kind
to
of
run.
experience you had that actually, drive these thoughts?
Oh, my manager once told me, real estate is not for you. You should get a job in Zara.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
That was the kind of experience. Imagine you coming to work and then someone is telling you, I don't think this place is meant for you. The same manager saw me 3 years after and said, I'm proud of you, Barakat.
Wow.
In Damak. And this same guy was in Damak in less than 1 year. He left. And guess what? Now he's asking me to do a reference for him in a different developer, saying,
Wow.
oh, you used to work under me. What was your experience like?
Oh, that's karma right there.
I couldn't say, oh, man, you're a bad manager. But then I said, okay. So, that was the experience. See, I'm not saying workplace. See, workplace, if the people around you make you feel like family, you spend 20 hours of your time with these people, or most of your time in a day with them.
Okay.
If they don't make you feel like you're part of something, then what's the point staying?
Yeah.
See, I'm not saying Damak is not tense. It's tense working. It's tense meeting with the clients every day. When I joined Damak, I used to run away from clients. When I see clients, my heart start beating, I run away.
Yeah.
Then my manager is like, oh, I will stay with you. I feel like, oh, what am I going to say?
You're being nurtured.
You understand?
Yeah.
But they brought out that part of me. Now I'm being outspoken. If you spoke to me years ago, I wouldn't even come for this podcast. I'll run away. Because I feel like...
Yeah, you're shy.
I was
you're in
shy.
the box, yeah.
But then they brought out that thing. It was like a process. They train you. They bring out that special part of you. And that's what makes me still stay in Damak till now. Just the people you work with, making you feel like family. If there is a problem, we treat it together. If your manager is unable to do, your manager's manager is there. Your manager's manager's manager is there. So even your colleagues, they are willing to support.
Okay.
So I think that is...
So I think support is a strong thing for you for any environment. Okay, so this also brings me to my third question. It's going to be about the reputation of the developers as well, because it's an important part in Dubai real estate markets. There's a time we did some ads, right? Especially those local ads, especially in UAE. We targeted UAE alone, and most of the leads we got would ask questions about which developers are they interested in. And they would say this developer, but they don't want Damak. They don't want Damak. And we're wondering what's going on with Damak. Why are the locals here always talking about that? And from the questions we asked, we found out they were talking about the quality, also the prices, and the return on investment is not that great. What do you think about that?
See, to be very much honest with you, I cannot really say much about how someone feels about something, but I can only tell you my own experience, my personal experience.
Okay.
By the way, I'm in the direct team, so I have opportunity to meet clients directly. You get to engage with them, you discuss with them.
Yeah.
Over the years, not only the, not only the people from here, some of the GCCs as well. Over the years, I found out that a lot of these people, they've never even purchased from Damak, but they will tell you, I have a friend, a family, a brother that's purchased. What did they buy? They don't know. What happened? They don't know. And then some of those people tells you that brokers tell them, do not buy Damak.
Oh, brokers.
Yes. without reasons. I am telling you.
But are you sure there's no reason? Okay, let me give an experience of mine.
Give me.
I think last year we sold a property for a Chinese client, right? And when we were doing the transfer, he said we had the conversation and he spoke about his experiences when he first bought. I think this was Paramount, the Mark Paramount in Business Bay. And he said when they bought it, they had some issues when they first bought it. I think what's it called? They wanted to increase the service charge. It was during COVID or something like that, I think. And they had some issues and whatnot. But the last wait. COVID. But I really can't remember the conversation. But he went towards it was just part of his reasons, right? And the thing he said was he's never going back there. That's what he said, right? And I was wondering why would this guy feel this way? And to be honest, when we actually sold, he sold at the profit, because he bought it at a cheaper price. But I'm wondering, even after making profit, you're still saying you don't want to go back there. Why would that be?
Okay, should I tell you something really funny? In the last 5 years, okay, more than 70% of people who purchased in Denmark are repeat customers. That's how crazy it is. Repeat customers, like the same person saying, I hate this product, keeps coming back to buy. The point is, if they are not getting value from it, they would not come back. Now, I am not talking about the process someone comes in to the system. Some people, they go through brokers. Either the brokers at some point had made them feel bad about their investment. That I cannot say. I've had experiences like that. People like that, when you ask them, did you buy directly from Denmark? They say, no, one agent, one broker, this.
So the brokers,
you don't know what these people may have said. See, based on the people with the bad reviews, I have not seen anyone that purchased directly from a Denmark employee and complained.
Okay, so I think what you're saying is the problem is the brokers who actually sell.
It's the process
the brokerage
they
company
purchase. See, I had some people from Saudi. The brokers, when they were buying Damakils 2, the brokers showed them Damakils 1. Said, this is how big your villa will be. They purchased it. And now, when they were going to get the keys, they showed them Damakils 2. And they're like, you lied to us. No, the broker lied to you. And, I had a client, I sold this unit for him. He bought this property in Damakils too. Why he purchased the property was he wanted to have like a holiday home. So they thought, these guys, not everyone can understand that 180 square meter is small, 300 square meter is huge, something like this. So he purchased, they showed him something else. And then when he was receiving the key, he saw something else. He said his own anger was not even about the location. Where he was coming from, he liked the fact that, it's away from all this Dubai traffic and everything. But his point is, if he knew that the size was this small, he could have purchased a 6-bedroom. That was bigger. But this person showed him a big townhouse in Damakils 1 and said, this is how it's going to be. Eventually, the broker said, because the Damakils 2 was far, I could not show you that. Okay, so let me give you a point now. So, we have bought from Denmark. When we first met, you're the first person that literally helped me sell my first property in Dubai. And I think it was, the whole transaction was almost like $1.something million, to be honest. If you check it was like 3 million dirhams. Yeah. And so we bought a 1-bed, right, in Icon City Tower B, to be precise. We bought it at 1.6 million dirham, which is about, I think, $436,000. Okay. Approximately. Now, Denmark rented this out, not us, because it was like an hotel apartment and co, right? So they rented this property for about $24,000. Let's say $24,500. That's what they rented it out for. For a 1-bedroom. For a 1-bedroom. Long-term for a year. Rental? Yeah, long-term rental. Yeah, that's what they went with. So after service charge and other charges, now we literally went home with $11,000 after service charge and other payments, municipality, and also the commission to Denmark as well, and some other charges. Anyways, 11,000, which is about 2.5% of our investment, right? That's not good enough. Exactly. So that's why I'm asking you, like, why did this happen? What do you think was the? See, I sold this unit to you. Okay. So, yeah, but you're not the one that managed it anyway. So it's your other team. See, when Icon Tower B was getting completed. Yeah. there was a huge memo that was written. See, first off, it's a hotel apartment. Hotel
Okay.
apartment simply means that this is not from Damak now. This is from Dubai, government, tourism, blah, blah,
Okay.
blah.
Okay.
Either you rent it out on long-term rental or you do short-term rental like a hotel, not like Airbnb. It has to be under the hotel or you live in it yourself. I told you then, do not do hotel because the rate is supposed to be like it will be lower because of a hotel. Long-term rental, I didn't know you were going to do that, honestly. Maybe we could have actually like weighed the options to say go with this or not go with that.
Okay.
Now, service charge is still not us. It's coming directly from Dubai land alongside with the developer.
Okay.
I really cannot say much about it, but I'm really shocked also that you're getting 2.5.
Yeah.
Because even with the services and the worst case scenario, at least you can still be making 6.5%.
Oh
or
no,
7.
we made 2.5%.
11,000 is like how much? 36,000.
Yeah, no, I have the approximate. I think 11,000. Yeah, it should be like around that. 40,000 actually. It was 40,000
For a
dirham.
one-bedroom
Yeah, for a one
in
bedroom.
Business
Yeah, and it is fully furnished. You know, which is the
See,
sad
the
part.
worst case scenario in Business Bay, even for a one bedroom, will be 90,000, 95,000.
Yeah.
Thereabout.
I believe
For
you
long-term
rented it out
rental.
directly. You might have gotten a better.
You would have, but
so-
honestly, I cannot say. But you guys should probe. See, if the team said they were going to, you have to probe it because they are managing stuff for you.
Yeah.
You getting after all these expenses, charges, and you have to probe it.
Yeah.
See, in the end, the leasing team, they are working independently. Like they are basically working for you, even though they are part of the mark. So if there is something which you feel like, okay, this should not be so. Because if you look at around you, like at least you will get better rates. So you should probe it. Like I had a client I sold a Tower C unit for in Carson. We were renting it through short-term rental. And they told him this is the rate, blah, 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 and everything like that. When the income statement came around, he told me, Barakat, this is the rate. I said, no. Then we spoke with the team about it. Eventually, they were able to clarify that this rate is as a result of maybe, what do you call it? The summer period. That's why the rate is lower. So in this situation, it could be so. Like, when you ask questions, you will have an answer to why it is so.
Okay.
So this is what.
So
I can
what's
say.
the best way to invest? Let's say a newcomer now wants to invest in Dubai, especially and when they see Damak, because we know Damak is very popular, right? Like, what's the best strategy to invest in Damak?
See, I think it's Dubai generally.
Okay.
Okay, the best strategy is usually to go with off plan. See, now Damak sells opportunity. Okay, how the opportunity comes, that's the same reason why the market is flowing towards, and you keep seeing a lot of sold out, and you're wondering why. I think people are able to tap into the fact that when they buy at the earlier stage, pre-launch, they get even better returns. And what is the kind of opportunity? The numbers are out there. It's something everybody knows. See, when we are trying to launch a project in a particular location, we don't launch it at the exact price price per square feet in that location. We either launch it like 20%, 25% lower for the early comers to come all around. Of course, if you are not aware around that time and then you come later, and we will not say don't buy. The good thing is you're still buying off plan. For every stage of investment, you're making capital appreciation. And so far, the average capital appreciation people have made is like 40%. Some are making more. Like Damak Lagoon has given people over 80%.
Okay.
In terms of capital appreciation, even when the project has not even completed. So I will say go with an off-plan project, but go early. When it's still in the pre-launch phase is like the best time. But when it is launched as well, if you still have the opportunity before the construction starts, go with it. Because that way you're able to make back all your capital within 10 years, maximum 8 years. But when you go when the project is already completed, you are going to you only focus on the return on investment. And return on investment means that you will be getting back all your capital after 10, 11 years, which is not really a cool
Okay,
investment.
let me just quickly play a game with
Ask
you
me.
right now.
Play.
And I'm going to play the location game. So, Dubai Island or Maritime City?
Maritime City.
Maritime City or Al Jadaf?
Maritime City.
Maritime City or Krikabo?
Maritime City.
What? Like you have a project in Maritime City?
Not about the project. It's the opportunity
Maritime
that
City
is there.
or Maidan?
Maritime City.
Maritime City or Business Bay?
Business Bay.
Business Bay or downtown?
Business Bay.
Business Bay or Marina?
Business Bay.
Business Bay or Dubai Hills?
Business Bay.
Business Bay or Jumeirah Island?
Business Bay.
Business Bay or Palm Jumeirah?
Business Bay.
Business Bay or Blue Water?
Business Bay.
Business Bay or City Walk?
Business Bay.
What's with this Business Bay? What's going on?
Business Bay is stable.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. So people say African investors, right? They like to buy from colored agents instead of their fellow Africans, and it seems like it has been a norm, especially for Nigerians, right? What do you think about that? Do you think that's true? Have you experienced that before?
Not exactly.
But
See,
if it's true, why do you think that's happening?
I will tell you why. See, I have not experienced that, but I've heard also.
Okay.
See, when people say something, when they raise an observation, I try my best to kind of like know why that kind of thing is happening, just to have an idea about it. I've had leads that were assigned to me because they're Africans. And most of these people, even though they want to make a biased decision, they don't feel comfortable enough to make a decision. The moment they hear you are African, in fact, if the only good thing is you're telling them the truth. If you tell them buy sand, they will buy sand. Because they feel like this is my sister, she would not lie to me.
Yeah.
Now, there are situations whereby some people get automatically turned off and they don't want to buy from you. What I have understand is the knowledge gap. When you have someone, it's the same thing for me. I've tried so many times to invest in Nigeria and I get turned off. I'm asking you a simple location. I'm asking you a question. You don't have an answer. You're saying, I want to check. My interest is gone. If you don't have the knowledge, someone is asking you something for them to make a decision about that thing, it's a turn off. That's what I can say, knowledge gap. Go and look for the top people, closing Africans. They have knowledge. They know what they are selling. They know their
the market.
They know the market. So a client will not walk up to you, even if the client is not a non-African, and they know you know your onions, they will stick with you. And it's not just sticking to you like buying and forgetting about it. They stick to you like it's a relationship. You guys are technically married. Funny thing is, they'll even come back to you with some things that are even unreasonable. Barakat, so, what do you think? Including things that are not even real estate. They will ask you. That is because now they trust you. The knowledge, Africans, the way they trained us is like you have to have this, you must be confident, but then knowledge is important. So it's the same thing we look out for when we go out and say, I want to buy this thing. If you don't know what you're selling, then nobody wants to buy from you. And I think it's generally what helps you sell real estate. So it's not just about color. It's also about I even sell to people that don't even speak my language. They speak French and they keep telling you, I'll buy from you. Let's use translator or find someone who speaks my language. Portuguese. I don't speak Portuguese. I only speak English. And yet they will still buy from you. It's the way. So I think
guess knowledge is the key
it's
to
knowledge.
everything.
That's what I can say, knowledge.
All right. Thank you, Barakat, for your time. I really appreciate you coming to our podcast. And by the way, this is our first episode, and you're the one that launched it. Just the way you were the one that launched the first deal that I closed in Dubai. So it's awesome having you here. We appreciate it a lot, and thank you for your time.
Thank you.
What are the last words you would like to say to our viewers? I think this camera, right? Yeah, you can look at this camera. Especially people who want to move to Dubai and people who want to buy in Dubai. What would be the advice? The one thing you would just say to them?
Choose Barakat. Choose me. Don't worry. I will help you.
You have to go for yourself alone.
Yeah. No, see, I will tell you.
Yeah.
How do I say it? Being a relationship manager is not just about selling. It's about sticking with that relationship. And most people do not stick around because they feel it's not a fruitful relationship. Yeah. Stick me, don't worry. I will be your everything. All your therapist, advisor.
Barakat, go for Barakat.
Everything, go for Barakat and don't worry about the rest. We'll fix it.
All right.